Okay. Then says the driver records the distance in each of the 150 journeys. These distances correct to the nearest kilometers are summarized in the following table. Draw a cumulative frequency graph to illustrate. Okay. In order to draw this graph, what I need to do first is make sure these classes are continuous or connected. Okay. So I'm going to introduce new boundaries. This is the average of 4 and 5. This is the average of 10 and 11, and so on. Okay. Then I'm going to calculate the CF. So this is 12. 12 plus 16 gives me 28, plus 32 gives me 60, plus 66 gives me 126, 146, and 150. Now, when I'm drawing my cumulative frequency curve, I need to take the boundaries up to 60.5. So okay, that seems like a reasonable way to do it. Let me just draw this. So this is 0. This is 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, and 60. The cumulative frequency goes up to 150. Sizing, I will have to do this 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110, 150. This is CF, and this is what? This is distance. Let's label this distance. Now, in order to plot these, the first thing that I have to plot is 4.5 and 12. So plotting 4.5 and 12. Okay, that's not 12, this is 12. That's my first point. Then I have 10.5 and 28. And 28. Then I have 20.5 and 60. Then 30.5 and 126. 30.5 and 126. Okay, then I have 40.5 and 146. And then I have 60.5 and 150. 60.5 and 50. Okay. I'm going to draw the graph as smooth as I can. The trick is to not lift your hand from the paper. Okay, this is as smooth as possible. Although I think it's slightly. Just need to make sure I've plotted the points correctly. This is accurate as I think I can draw it. Okay, let's verify if we've done it correctly. Those are the points that need to be plotted. I think we've got them all correct. There's a slight wave here, so that means I'm drawing it correctly. Okay. Let's move on. Then it says for 30% of these journeys, the distance traveled is d kilometers or more. So what I'm asking you is 30% of the total. The first thing that I want to do is 30% of 150, which is 45. Now, always decide whether you want to have the top 45 or the bottom 45. Since it says d kilometers or more, I'm talking about the top 45. Now, when I subtract 45 from 150, I get 105. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my pencil and read 105 from here. And this turns out to be approximately 27. So D is therefore 27. Is that the correct answer? Approximately 27, which means my curve was also correct. Then it says calculate an estimate of the mean distance traveled for the 150 journeys. Okay, I want to calculate the mean of the 150 journeys. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to write my table again. Okay, because I need some space. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to write my adjusted table. These are the classes that I have now, 10.5 to 20.5. 20.5 to 30.5. Now I have not adjusted the first class, that is 0, because distances cannot be less than 0. .5 to 60.5. Now this is the class 12, 16, 32, 66, 20, and 4. 12, 16, 32, 66, 20, and 4. So that's the column for frequency. Those are the classes. The formula for mean is sum of fx over sum of f. So what I'm going to need is I'm going to need all the midpoints of the classes. So I'm going to create a new column called midpoints. And the midpoint of 0 and 4.5 is 2.25. Then 4.5 and 10.5 give me 7.5. And then I have 15.5. That's 51. So that's 25.5. That's 35.5. 50.5. I'm then going to apply the formula fx 12 into 2.25 plus 16 into 7.5 plus 32 into 15.5 plus 66 into 25.5 plus 20 into 35.5 plus 4 into 50.5. And I know that I have a total of 150 observations, so I'm going to just divide by 150. Let me just verify the numbers. 3238. Okay. 21.6.